So I'm gonna try something new today. I have decided to start trying to flip watches to afford my dream watch. I found it on the marketplace, and a guy had a bundle of vintage watches, and he said that they're working. And I'm gonna go check them out and probably purchase them, seeing as they work. Even if they don't work, I probably will. But I'm really nervous. I do believe that I could make money off of them. 130 for all of them, and they're all around, like, worth that price each. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see what I can do. But I'm going right now to go get it, and I'm super nervous. He said that they're $30 a piece, and there's one, a Mickey Mouse one. I think it's Halbros. I couldn't really tell very well. That is $40. But it's a cool one. Like, it's a cool Mickey Mouse watch. And that one, I wouldn't mind if it was a little bit broken. Because I would like to fix that one. Give it a service. A clean and polish, if you will. Are you Shane? No?
I'm Timothy.
Oh, okay. You need to come around? Hello.
The mouse is running right now.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah.
Right, they're so pretty. You said 130?
Yeah.
I love vintage watches, so I was really excited.
Sometimes I come across them.
Oh, yeah?
I just got those about 2 weeks ago in a trade. I do mainly baseball cards.
Okay, well, if you ever get any more.
Definitely. Well, I'll hit you up before I post.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
All right.
All right, well, I hope you have a great day.
You too.
Thank you so much. Look at them. They're so nice. Okay. They're all running. This one has a cracked crystal. They're all really nice. So, I am very happy with this. 130.
Nice. Yay.
Oh, and he told me that he gets watches in sometimes because he trades baseball cards, and that he would let me know the next time he got watches in first before he posted them.
Nice.
Oh, no.
Networking.
Yeah. Okay, 130. Now to go back home and throw these on the time grapher and clean them up. We've got the watches here. So I'm going to give them all a good wind and see how they're doing. So, okay. Let's see how well. We've got a rate of 129, an amplitude of 254, and a beat error of 0.4. So that's really good. I am not upset with that. I will have to adjust the rate on this one, and it needs a cleaning and possibly a new crystal, if not just a really heavy polish. Let's go ahead and go with this bulova. Do wind. Let's see how it runs. Oh my. So that one's a rate of minus 420 seconds a day, an amplitude of 157, and a beat error of 2.9. So that one needs a service. That one's not going to do. All right, our Benrus. I like this one a lot. I'm tempted to keep it for myself, but I mustn't do that. Okay, fully wound. Let's see what she says. So this one's not good either. So this one too needs a service. I need to get that amplitude up and the beat error down. We have our Elgin Deluxe, and this one, I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't need anything because it is in fantastic condition. Let's see what we got here. That's not bad. I think if I do anything on this, it'll just be trying to get that rate a little better. 2 of the 4 watches need service, and 2 of them I think I will not service then. Well, I'm excited to get started on that. Okay, today I have a little Mickey Mouse watch. It is a Helbros, West Germany, and it's not running bad. It doesn't really need a service, but it does need to be regulated and it's kind of dirty, so I'm gonna clean it up and see what I can do about that. So yeah, without further ado, let's just jump into it. Good, good. Good, good, good. This thing definitely needs a cleaning. Okay. Put you over here. Pop this crystal out. Now, can this crystal be salvaged or not? That's the question at hand. I don't know, but I'm gonna try. I have a lot of sandpaper here. 2000. I'm gonna start sanding. Some really deep scratches. You know, you see a lot of those really beautiful vintage Mickey Mouse watches, and I think that this one is right up there with it. Like, honestly, such a nice little watch. Okay. Better, but we can get better than that. Let's go finer. Well, I would say that it looks pretty fantastic for no poly watch. Now let's do poly watch. Oh. Whew. It's like a brand new crystal. Look at that. Wow. Wow, that turned out really good. Maybe the best polishing crystal polish I've ever done. Okay, now I want to throw everything into the ultrasonic cleaner. I still have to regulate the watch too, so that'll be something I need to do here in a minute. Okay, ultrasonic cleaner, here we go. There was some gunk on that, so I'm going to throw it in. Everything looks nice and shiny and clean. There is a gasket back here, which I think I'm going to put some gasket grease on. Ugh. This is so funny. How much grease ends up being on there. Wipe a little bit of it off. I don't want that touching my movement. Okay. Polish up the case just a little bit. See if we can get it any more shiny. I mean, it is a vintage piece and it has its little dings and scratches and scuffs, if you will. But it's honestly not in that bad a shape. Okay. Let's see if I can just press it back in. A lot of times you can, but sometimes you need a crystal press, which I have, so it won't be a big deal. There we go. Oh my gosh. Look how shiny and beautiful. That went from looking pretty bad to pretty good. All right. I did test this to make sure it wasn't a radium on the indices. It is not. Otherwise, I would probably not be doing this, but it might be tritium. I'm just probing around right now to see if I can get off any specks. A couple little pieces there. Wow! And a bitty bit of grease. And in we go. Alright, now if I remember correctly, it's running fast. If I can bump it just just a little this way, just a tiny bit. It's probably too much. It's gonna go back a little bit. Okay, let's see what she does. Still a little bit fast. We're looking at 60 plus 63 seconds today, so I really do need to make it go this way. Minus 30 seconds today, so now we gotta go back this way. I think I moved it. Minus 1 second today. We're good. I get this bugger back on. Don't make me get my press out. My press. Here we go. So pretty. Look at that. All right. Let's go and put this strap back on. I got this spring bar tool from Sutcliffe Hansen, and my ultrasonic cleaner, and all the tools pretty much that you see here. Actually, every tool. From the Sutcliffe Hansen. So if you're thinking about wanting to get into any watch restoration projects, something as simple as this, or something more complicated like a full service, I highly recommend the Sutcliffe Hansen toolkits. Got great quality there and everything you really need to get you started. There we go. Beautiful little restoration of a beautiful watch. My goodness. Hands are the actual hands there. And then you press your crown in to switch the date. This watch is in happy condition again, ready for someone's wrist. This beautiful Habros Mickey Mouse watch, made in Germany. A Walt Disney production. Copyright. I really do prefer these ones that are really hard to get on. Have the little ones that, you know, just roll on, and those are just fine. They'll loose on me, and these ones fit a lot more snug, if you will. They're just a little bit harder to get on. We have this beautiful bulova. There we go. It has seen stronger days, I believe. Okay. That's going to be a pain in the arse. Gonna have to take that off. Oh, the shortest stem I've ever seen. Pinion remover. Okay. Don't judge me. No, it came up right away. These things, the holes are too large. It wouldn't grip it. I don't want to break it, but that's on there really good. So I'm hoping the ultrasonic cleaner will move it out. Break some of that grease off. Take that little spring. It's all taken apart. I'm going to take out the mainspring now real quick. All right. Oh my. You guys have no idea how hard it is to take this thing out like this. In one spot. Focused. You better like it. Okay. Yep, very old mainspring with a very dirty barrel. Okay. That means I'm going to have to get a new mainspring for this thing. It's time to clean. Okay, it is quite late and here I am putting this back together
because I'm just too excited.
A few things happened. I had to find a new mainspring and I actually just got really lucky. I had ordered mainsprings from cousins for projects that I had, and I had ordered two, one just in case the other one got damaged or wasn't quite the right size. This is right when I started off. And that same one is the exact size that I need. So I lucked out on this project here. The second thing that happened is somehow my setting lever bridge snapped while I was pre-cleaning. I don't even know why. I was really distraught for a moment, and then I was like, oh, I have some spare movements in my garage. I'm like, maybe I'll go and see if there's one in there. What are the chances? I found one that has most of the same parts to it, so it's very compatible, and the setting lever bridge is completely compatible. So I got a new one from that. It's very lucky. I lucked out all around here. Now I'm going to get back into reassembling it, and hopefully
my luck will continue.
Here we go. As I was reassembling it right here, I actually started putting in parts without putting in my center wheel first. So I got everything together, everything screwed down, and then realized right here, I had to go back and get that wheel in. And now that it is, I will continue to assemble with my sound effects. Okay, let's get this a little better. Let's just do it. I'll check in a minute. So oil and this. We have to take apart every one of these and oil in between. So I'm gonna get that started, and it should be about 30% oil. The thing you have to worry about right here is when you put it back down, you can't displace that oil, so it can't touch anything other than the other jewel on the bottom. So everything went smoothly. This one had a lot of oil in it, so I had to soak it a couple times, and I got it off. And that's too much. So let's try again. And just gently, oh, okay, that's still too much. You only need a little bit. Perfect! Just like that. Okay, let's put this back on. And I dropped it. And it is displaced and everywhere. Now I have to clean it. Try again. Perfect! Okay. Okay. Yeah, it works. Okay, now let's see the other side. Oh. I won't let you suffer through that. Let's get to the balance. So you have to completely disassemble this, and I did it the hard way. I've since then learned an easier way to take out that screw. But no matter how hard you try, this part's still hard. The hardest part is getting this part back on right here and making sure everything is perfectly aligned. And these pieces are so small, so it's so hard to be so still as you're getting everything back together. And then, of course, we have to get the balance wheel back on and screw this back into place, and it's running beautifully. After about 24 hours, the amplitude settled in at 280. It's running good, I think. Pretty good. So I'm gonna put it back together.
Here we go.
This fancy thing back on. How did you go? I don't know about this dial. I don't think I want to clean it at all. I think it's beautiful the way that it is. Back into its beautiful case. Okay, fixed the case back to the best of my abilities. Okay, why isn't it fitting? It's popping up. It's like it's not fitted in there. I can't have this. Well, let me check the case again. Let's see here. Well, that fits perfect. Why does it not fit with the movement? Bend it maybe a little bit? No, it's not working. What do I do here? It's not fitting. Okay, I have spent a long time trying to get this case straightened because it was bent. And I had to walk away for a minute, and I can't fix it. I actually bent it a little worse and then had to figure out how to get it back. I can't, with a good conscience, sell this full price. No matter how much time I just put into it, I can't do it. I wanted to make it better than I did, but it's okay. Got a new strap for it. Let's hope that this works. The service itself for this watch was really fun for me. I enjoyed it a lot. The case issues with the case back, I spent most of my day on trying to get it better, and I can't. You know, as long as someone wears this and takes good care of it, it's gonna be just fine, I think. I'm really so excited right now. Let me show you why. I was just polishing this up, and I decided to take off the case back just to look at the movement because it is running very, very good. Took off the case back, right? And what did I see? I saw on the inside of this 14 karat gold. The whole case is 14 karat gold. So not only does it run amazing and it does not need a service at all or a new strap or anything, it's also 14 karat gold. I don't know how I got so lucky with that one. I was literally shaking. I was so excited. And it's one step closer. One large step closer to my dream watch. If it sells. Last but certainly not least, I have the Benrus. And I'm going to see if I can get it running a little bit better. You'll see.
You never know.
This is an interesting back. I've seen that before. Let's get to it. It's the last service possibly in 92. Really long screw. And off we go. I really need a better one of these. Oh my goodness. Look at it, right there, right there. This part is missing this. What am I going to do about that? Now let's go and take it apart. Okay, make sure the power is let down. It is. Kind of shocked someone would put this back together without that jewel. I don't know if anyone else does this, but when I look at vintage watches, sometimes I like to imagine who owned them before they came to me. So I guess I'll go and do that today. I'll tell you about my little story of, maybe his name was Gordon. He had a taste for good watches. Him and his lovely wife, Celeste, loved finding them, both new and thrifted. It was the hunt that they really enjoyed. She only wore one small Hamilton that was simple, but she wore it almost every day, and my goodness, did she love this watch. She also loved gardening, so yes, this watch had to be serviced quite regularly as it was not waterproof, but she treated it as if it was. Gordon, on the other hand, switched his watches out daily and took very, very fine care of his watches. Sometimes he would switch them out multiple times a day. After many adventures together and 73 long years of marriage, Celeste went to sleep one night and passed in her sleep, leaving the world with the same peace and grace she brought it. Gordon stayed behind and loved their home together for a while, but the objects in their home were mostly collected by Celeste's passions for plants and small glass and ceramic figurines. Although he loved his home, it felt empty without her there to fill the space and make it feel like a home anymore. It's amazing that with the proper care and attention, these watches can outlive us and see the lives and adventures of many, many different people. Okay. All my clean pieces are here. Now, I have a new mainspring. I have a little bulk stock of mainsprings. Gordon didn't have any kids, as him and Celeste decided long ago it was something that wasn't in the books for them. And all of his family were no longer around. But one of his best friends had recently moved into an assisted living and kept asking him to join, as his friend thought it was no longer safe to stay in a great big house by himself anymore. After one scary night trying to get down the stair and almost falling, Gordon decided it was time, and he would let his home go and start a new chapter in a new place with an old friend. He decided on hiring a local place to sell his stuff at an estate sale that he threw at his house. And as he saw people going through all of his and Celeste's belongings, he felt both sad and happy someone else would enjoy all the belongings Celeste and him had loved. All these happy memories and things that they had collected didn't deserve to sit there and not be appreciated any longer. He looked over and saw a young man sifting through his beloved watch collection and smiled as he thought of Celeste's voice whenever she would wind up her watch. She would always say, "Watches were little heartbeats you wound by hand." And as the young man picked up his Mickey Mouse watch and wound its check for a heartbeat, it warmed his heart to know that someone else would love it again. After the young man bought the watches, he let them go for some baseball cards, as watches were cool, but he really liked his Fossil for nice occasions, and his Apple Watch was his everyday watch. His intent for these watches was to wear them, but they really just sat around for a few months and he didn't really touch them. So he decided to trade them for those baseball cards, and the baseball cards would fit nicely into his collection. Shane was the man who had traded them for the baseball cards, and he was a reseller. He didn't care much for watches, but he knew that there was probably some value in these watches, and it was an easy way for him to make a little bit of money. So he threw them on the Facebook Marketplace, and no one really asked him about them, and he just let them sit there for a total of 2 weeks until I came across them, got really excited, and that is where these watches' stories begin again. Okay, everything's back together, but that jewel. Okay, I happen to have this movement here, and I believe it's the same one. Don't know why I have it. It just came to me. And it's fortunate that it did, I guess. Let's see. Are we the same movement here? Looks to be super fortunate, I suppose. So I ordered a new crystal. I have to scrape out all of the old glue and broken glass out of this before I can fit in the new crystal, and this takes me a really long time to do. So much glue in here and glass. Yes, I said glass. It was a glass crystal, not an acrylic, which is crazy to me. Don't know how the person even got that. I think this is going to take me a long time to get all that out, so I'm going to scrape that out off camera. I finally got it in. It took a long time, like 2 hours, somewhere along in there. So I'm going to proceed with harvesting this guy for his jewels. Makes me feel bad. Moment of truth, yeah. Yep, I think it'll do nicely. Okay, I'm gonna go oil and come back and put it all back together and see what we have. Okay, the new jewel did have a gold jewel instead of a purple one, but I don't think the color matters that much. I don't know. It worked just fine. So let's get this all put back together and oiled. And I had a ridiculously hard time getting this all situated and aligned after I took it apart and oiled it. I don't really know what the problem was in the end. I think I might have put the stud in crooked, but I took it out and put it back in so many times, I wasn't really quite sure. But after adjusting it for a really long time, and as you can see, I fold over the regulator pin, and every time that I do, it bends the hairspring into a position that makes it off-centered. And I just had the hardest time with this, and then ended up bending the hairspring because of it, and then had to very delicately bend it back into place. I was glad where I got it eventually, and it is now perfect. But it took some time. Okay, here I am. I have gotten everything oiled and lubricated, and it took me longer than I'd like to admit to regulate it. But now it's working perfectly, like absolutely wonderfully. I was really happy with these results. Look at that, it's beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to put it back together now. Can't put a watch back together without a jewel. It's just so silly. Now, why is the second sand black? It's interesting, kind of like it. I really love this, love this watch. Very tempted to keep it for myself. Okay, moment of truth here, people. Guess we should put you in here first, shan't we? Here we go. Oh, that's beautiful. Just look at that. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna get this strap back on. This is actually a really nice strap, so I don't see any reason why we can't use it. Well, that is a stunning watch. Absolutely stunning. Oh, it was beautiful before, and now it's even more beautiful right now. I'm glad that I did this one justice. Okay. I bet you're wondering if I sold all 4 watches, and if I did, how much I made. I sold them all, and I would like to talk now about my profit. 2 of the watches I sold on eBay, and 2 of them I happened to sell on the Facebook Marketplace. I will start off with those 2 because I'm really happy with who I know that they went to. They went to a lady that happened to find them and asked if she could drive an hour and a half on her way down to a different town. And I couldn't meet her that day because I was working baking 82 pies, Thanksgiving pies, for my mother-in-law at her store. And Devin actually went and met her. And I was over here thinking that maybe she was buying them for her husband, but no. She bought them for herself, and she had no idea about anything with vintage watches. She just thought that they looked really cool and pretty. And I just love that. So she bought the bulova for $220. Now my cost of goods for everything that I spent on the watch was a total of $69.58. My total profit that I get to put towards my watch was $150.42. The Benrus that she also bought, she bought for $200. What I spent on that, with all of the cost of the crystal, the mainspring, and the spare movement, was $56.16. The total profit I get to put towards my dream watch is $143.93. The Mickey Mouse watch I sold on eBay for $501. After transaction fees, the total cost was $117.58, and my total profit on that watch was $383.42. Wow. The Elgin, I sold that one for $504. The cost of the watch and the transaction fee took out a total of $115.16. My total profit was $388.84. I was sad to let them go, but ultimately I'm saving up for my dream watch, so that it is what it is. I can't keep every watch. My total that I get to put towards my Gruen air flight, yes, that is my dream watch. Price range is all over the place. The total amount of money that I get to put towards my dream watch because of these sales and the time I put into them is a total of $1,066.61. I can't believe it. I'm very happy. I actually made double the amount of money that I was thinking that I was going to make on these, and that's just because I got lucky. Thank you for joining me on these services. I hope you liked the video, and I got really lucky with a lot of it. I'm currently working on a project where it shows that I am super unlucky and cost myself a lot of money from simple mistakes. So hopefully I can finish that project soon, and I will have it up for you guys, and you will see what I'm talking about. Join me on the next one. It's all she wrote.